This game fucking sucks. Agony released back in 2018, and it immediately won the prestigious title of being the most appropriately named game of all time. Playing this game is like watching paint dry on your wall, except it only dries when you hold your breath. And also your wall is just a bunch of dicks. This is all I can show you of this room, without the video of it being taken down. And I know this game has its fans, but masochism is a real thing. This game set out to make a brutal and disgusting depiction of hell, and by God did it do it. One person was even quoted as saying MK Ultra walked so Agony could run. That person was me, because if you put me in a chair and told me I need to play this game on Agony mode, I will sing treason like a Disney princess. I would no longer have secrets. My mind would be open source. Just please don't make me go through another fuck-ass stealth maze. I haven't been able to see shit for 10 minutes. I don't even know where I am. I'm gonna boost this all the way up. Yeah. I can see clearly now this game is ass. Let's first go back in time to before the game released, where I can only imagine the creator was sitting around watching dark web gore porn sites, and he thought to himself, what if this came in Walking Simulator? Immediately, the artists at Madmind Studios get to work on the game's assets. They got the boobs, they got the genitals, they got the dead baby demon fetuses to string up around the map, and then they look at each other and they say, how do you actually make a game? And then they shipped it.
Please, on all seriousness, do not play this game. This is a terrible game.
You're better off just kind of sticking, I don't know, a nail in your hand. Like, that's better than this.
Yeah. Really just one of those typical stealth games where you crouch a lot and avoid enemies instead of being able to kill things. And we all just pretend this was a conscious design choice instead of the developers being too lazy to code in an actual combat system.
It feels like an average indie PC horror game that's tried to mash together some stealth and monsters chasing you mechanics, and it's failed to even marginally hit that and make it worth playing.
To everyone at the studio's surprise, they found out that just throwing gore and porn everywhere doesn't actually make a good game. The game was buggy, the movement was clunky, the mirrors that saved your checkpoint progress were either 3 minutes apart or 30 minutes apart. Nobody told the story that it was supposed to exist, and the voice acting was only tolerable if you muted the game.
Give it to me, you son of a whore. What the fuck? No! No! I curse you, Amberfeld! Ah! Beat down!
This guy was given the voice direction, "You are burning alive," and then he delivered his line like he graduated from the Psycho Sid Academy of Acting.
Oh my god! What happened to my car? Go burn! Go burn! Go burn!
Hey, how come he gets to burn alive while I have to play this stupid-ass game? How come God loves him more? Even the entire selling point of the game, that being all the gore, all the brutal imagery, it just becomes a detriment very early on. They go all in right out the gate with this game, burning people alive, ripping out their hearts, dead demon babies hanging from the ceiling, hearing sounds of torture everywhere you go, limbs falling from the sky. Every person in this game is butt-ass naked, and after 15 minutes, it just doesn't matter anymore. It's like I always say, when everyone's naked, no one will be. And then I get arrested. And it wouldn't even be so bad if they had broken up these parts with an actual game. But they didn't make one of those, so it's just constantly there. And the 50th time you squeeze through a crack in the wall and get a dick in the face, you feel nothing. And I don't know about you, but I don't think I should ever be at a point where I feel nothing about a dick in the face. But let's give Agony the benefit of the doubt here for a moment, because Madmind Games didn't actually get to release the game they wanted to. Their original game would have garnered an 18+ adult-only rating. And contrary to what a little trip to the PlayStation Store might have you believe, those games cannot be sold on console. And also massive props to the guy at ESRB who had to sit through the descriptions and the submitted footage of this game to rate it, and then had to like go home to his wife and kids. Guy probably had the 1,000-yard stare, like a reduced will to live's wife talking about some, "How was your day?" And inside he's just like,
Ah! Go burn!
oh shit, do I get to fight that guy? That's cool. Oh, I get to be that guy? That's cool. In a cutscene? Let's fucking go! That's lame as fuck! Now, to get the game down to an M rating, they had to do a lot of what they called censorship. After they finally got down to their M rating and could sell their game on consoles, they made the promise that they would be adding a patch to put all of the removed content back in on the Steam version. Now, not everything made it in, but here is their list of what did. Gore, brutal sex scenes, lesbian and gay sex scenes, genital physics, eye gouging, heart plucking, children's heads exploding, setting fire to martyrs and demons, intense violence, strong language, drugs. Now, if that makes you curious about what kind of stuff didn't make it back in the game, MadMind actually released a video of some of the scenes that remained cut. Now, the video has actually been taken down from almost everywhere other than obscure porn sites, and that's because some of the scenes depicted are the player murdering crying babies, a demon with advanced physics-driven butt jiggle, and a first-person view of the player as a demon forcing his giant tentacle into a succubus. Which is now a sentence I have said out loud. Guys, pour one out for the ESRB guy. He hasn't looked his family in the eye in nearly a decade. Now, the more sick-minded of you watching this might be thinking, well, how come that stuff didn't get added back in? And the answer is because the legal system stepped in and said, I don't fucking think so. MadMind has said that not including this content doesn't really affect the game very much though, as it only came from 2 of their 7 endings. But they did say if they had added it, the game would have been banned, the studio would have been sued, and they probably would have closed down. Which I can only imagine was the good ending of the 7. It's a real shame that one got cancelled. That might sound a bit harsh, but I don't think the game industry would miss MadMind, or as this AI-generated image that used to be on their website calls them, HadMind. As in, I wish somebody had the mind to cancel all of these games in the concept stage. Tormentor? What's that? It's torture porn. Don't look at it, it's torture porn. Ultimately, Agony is just 15 minutes of shock value followed by a few hours of being bored and frustrated out of your mind. And the only way that it's a horror game is if the thing you're most afraid of is female genitalia. So it does have an audience, but I mean, ugh. Ooh, I got the fruit. Why does it gotta look like that? Why's it gotta look like that though? Even the actual gameplay rework in the patch cannot save this garbage. Yeah, they added a minimap. Yes, they made the upgrade system a little more cohesive and the story a little bit more streamlined and it kind of exists now, but the core issue of Agony is ultimately unsolvable, and it's that the way MadMind wanted to execute this concept sucks ass. The only decent part of this game is the opening scene, and unfortunately it's followed by the realization that it's all downhill from there from the moment you move your character. Hey, you got any of those fruitussies? Is that a maybe? And all of this is why, despite there being plenty of terrible horror games out there, Agony takes the top prize for being the absolute worst of them all. Though apparently the kind of sequel is better, I don't give a shit. I'm not playing that.